Welcome. We're about to go on a contemplative journey right into the heart of Sūrah Sa'd. Guided by some incredible material compiled by Mir Ali Shah, we're going to explore what spiritual purity really looks like and maybe, just maybe, discover how the wisdom of the prophets is actually alive and well inside each of us. I seek refuge in Allah from the accursed Satan. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. You know, we all go through it. Hardship, trials, struggles. And the question that really sits at the center of our reflection today is, after all that, when the dust settles, where do we actually find our strength? Where do we find our clarity? Well, the Quran has a pretty profound answer. So, right before the verses we're looking at, the Surah has just taken us through the deeply personal struggles of the Prophets Sulaiman and Ayub. And then, right at this moment, the lens pulls back. It lifts us out of that individual story and points us toward a kind of spiritual ancestry, a whole lineage of purified souls who figured out how to find that strength. And it all kicks off right here. The verse says, "Remember our servants," and it names these three giants of faith. But pay close attention to the description it gives them: men of strength and insight. These two qualities, they are the absolute key to everything that's about to unfold. Okay, so what does that actually mean, strength and insight? Before we get into the really deep inner dimensions, let's first look at the classical understanding. What did the scholars say made these figures so uniquely powerful? The Arabic is just, well, it's beautiful. It's so precise. Uli al-aidi wal-absar. So al-aidi, strength, isn't about brute force. It's the power to act, to do the right thing, to be in a state of active obedience. And at absar, insight, that's not just having good eyesight. It's that deep, penetrating vision, the clarity to see spiritual truths. You see? It's action and vision working together. And the Quran keeps going, naming even more prophets. Now, what's so fascinating here is that this isn't just a random list of names. Each prophet embodies a totally unique virtue. You've got Ibrahim's strength in sacrifice, Yaqub's incredible endurance in longing, Ismail's total surrender. It's like a complete spiritual map of the qualities we all need to cultivate to get beyond our own egos. The great scholar Imam al-Qurtubi just hits the nail on the head with this. He asks, what was their secret? What was their superpower? It was their perspective. They had this constant, unwavering awareness that this world, it's just a corridor. It's not the final destination. And that single realization was the source of all their strength and all their insight. And now we make a big pivot, because the Sufi masters tell us this isn't just a history lesson. This is about you. Right here, right now. These verses are actually a map, a guide to the incredible potential hidden deep inside your own soul. Let's dive into that inner meaning. This slide lays it out so clearly. You've got two levels of meaning. The outer meaning, the Zahir, gives us these amazing historical figures to look up to. But the inner meaning, the Batin, that's a whole different ballgame. It gives us a map to awaken the faculties of our own souls. It turns a story about the past into a practical guide for your life today. So here's the game changer. These prophets are actually mirrors for parts of ourselves. Ibrahim is that spark of courage in you that can shatter your own bad habits, your inner idols. Ishaq, that's the surprising joy that just bubbles up when you finally decide to trust. Yaqub is that beautiful, persistent ache for something more, for connection. These aren't just people. They are spiritual stations just waiting to be activated inside you. Okay, that all sounds incredible, right? But how? How do we actually activate these qualities? How do we become purified? Well, the Quran doesn't leave us hanging. It gives us the master key in the very next verse. It's one single, incredibly powerful idea. And here it is. The secret to their purification wasn't that they had an easy life. Not at all. It was Vikra al-Dar, the constant remembrance of the true home, the hereafter. Now, this isn't about escaping the world. It's about orienting yourself correctly within it. When you know your ultimate destination, every single step you take on the journey changes. Now, this is where things get really fascinating. In the Sufi tradition of sacred numerology, where letters and numbers hold deeper meanings, this phrase, Vikra al-Dar, contains a secret. When you calculate its numerical value using the Abjad system, it all reduces down to this one number, 3. And the number 3, well, It's not just any number. Spiritually, it's huge. It represents balance, harmony, total integration. It's the perfect symbol for that connection between the three most important points of our existence: our outer actions, our inner insight, and our ultimate return to God. And this is the essence of what we're calling prophetic consciousness. It's about holding these 3 points in your awareness all the time. It's like you're constantly triangulating. What am I doing right now? What's going on in my heart? And where am I ultimately headed? That constant awareness is what keeps the soul aligned and pure. And what is just so amazing is that modern psychology is totally catching up to this ancient spiritual truth. All this research is showing that having a long-range purpose, that sense of a home you're heading toward, it literally stabilizes your identity. It makes you more resilient. It helps reorganize your behavior for the better. Science is affirming what the prophets knew all along. So now let's bring all of this right back home, into your heart, because this isn't just some interesting theory. This is intensely personal. This is about you, right now, on your own path. This is your inheritance. Just think about this for a second. Every single time you find that courage to face a fear, to break a negative habit, to smash one of the idols of your own ego, in that moment, Ibrahim is alive in you. And every time you finally let go and you just trust, and out of that trust, some unexpected moment of peace or joy is born, that's the spirit of Ishaq alive in you. And what about those tough moments when you face a choice and you surrender your own ego, your own desire for what you know is a higher truth? In that act of surrender, Isma rises inside of you. Do you see? This isn't just their story. This is your story. This is your spiritual lineage. This is your inheritance, your spiritual DNA. This is your path back to that home that they were always remembering. Let's just take a quiet moment and seal this understanding with a prayer. O Allah, awaken in me the courage of Ibrahim, the joy of Ishaq, the longing of Yaqub, the surrender of Ismail, the compassion of Al-Yasa', the steadfastness of Dhul-Kifl. Purify me with remembrance of the home and make my return an excellent return. Amin. And so I want to leave you with this one question to carry with you. As you go about your day-to-day, in what you do and what you feel, which prophet, which one of these beautiful qualities is alive in you right now? Which one is asking for your attention?